So clearly, if you guys are watching this video, you wanted to see how you can use the eBay app to research, list, and sell products on the eBay app. The very first thing you guys are going to want to do is create an eBay selling account. Once you have that done, you're going to be able to put that information into the eBay app and link the accounts. All right, so I'll have you guys follow me in real time on my phone. I'm just going to walk you through what you're looking at, what the different things mean, and how you can use it to your advantage. So once you have linked your eBay selling account to your eBay app, this is what you are going to see. So the very first thing you're going to see when you open it is the home page. That's where you can look up items. This is more of a buyer's interface, as if you were going to buy something. At the top right, you can see your shopping cart for stuff you wanted to add. So typically when you're opening your app, and once you start doing it for a while, you're gonna immediately hit the selling on the bottom right. It's a little tag. You hit selling and that'll load up. And this will summarize everything about your account. How many listings you have active, sold, unsold, and so on. So I'm gonna walk you through each and everything that it shows, what the numbers mean, and different terms you may not be familiar with. So as I just said, you can see I have 801 active listings. That's very easy to see. You can click on that, scroll through everything that you have listed. Sold is obviously how many items you have sold. It'll show you whether it's shipped or not, whether you need to ship it, whether the buyer has paid or has not paid. Very useful in there. A lot of times you can also send refunds through that sold category as well, so that's great. So unsold is basically listings that you either deactivated, maybe canceled an order and they need to be relisted. You don't usually use that too much, but a lot of times when you delist an item and want to relist it to refresh it, that's where you're going to go to find your items. So from there, obviously you're going to see at the very top, you're going to see list an item. So that is where you are going to be clicking and taking your pictures, going through the listing process. So I'm going to show you how to list an item. In a future video, I'll go into more detail about it, but this is just a very rough idea on how to list one. So again, you're on the selling page. You're going to go to list an item at the top. We're going to list Animal Crossing right here. So you scan the barcode. A lot of times you have to create your own title. But here's an example. Here's one right here. So you go ahead and select the listing so it's like a pre-made listing that eBay has. Is it brand new, or is it very good, or is it acceptable condition? That's based off of whatever you have. So I'm going to select very good because it's used. So at the very top, you're going to see photos. That is where you're going to take your photos. It'll, for some reason for my iPhone, it says keep current selection, whatever. You select that picture and you could take 12 pictures. Ideally, you want to take 12 pictures, but that's where you would do that. Titling, this is where you title your stuff. You want to have the most generic wording possible. Again, I'll go over that in the future. Item specifics is very important because this is how buyers will find your specific listing easier. You can type in genre. Underneath item specifics, you're going to see description. That's where you're going to describe the condition of your item, anything that comes with it, or any damage to it. Underneath that, that's where you're going to be pricing your items. There's an auction that you can do, and you can do a 3, 5, or 7 day auction, and people can bid on your items. You can put a minimum bid. Or what I usually do is a buy it now price with an offer option. So if I want to list this for $35 even, I personally would put allow offers, and then you could put a minimum offer so people aren't lowballing you. Like if you don't want to take anything beneath $10, then you can put $10 and it'll automatically decline. Otherwise, anything above that, you'll get a notification for the offer. You can either make a counter offer or accept it or decline. And right beneath your pricing, you're going to see your shipping. You're going to put whether it's a book, so it's media mail, or it's a video game and it's first class, how much it weighs, the dimensions. You're going to put all of that and it'll calculate a rough estimate of how much it'll cost to ship it. Other than that, I will be going through more details and more tips and tricks about that in a future video, but that is a rough way to list your items. Right beneath that, you're going to see your 90-day total. That's how many sales you have done, obviously in the last 3 months. It's extremely useful. It's pretty cool to see that number grow. Down below, I'm just gonna walk you through some things. These aren't all the things you're gonna see where the item specifics is. You're gonna see more different things down there. That's where page ship now will show up when you sold items and so on. But as of right now, I have add recommended item specifics. And that's always useful to use. That is a part of the listing process when you're inserting a movie title, a book title, whether it's a first edition or not. And a lot of times that 144, those are ones that they're recommending I fill out because I may have accidentally missed it, and it'll let me know that. And it's always good to do those. I usually save them up and do 5 to 10 a day. eBay sees activity and likes to see activity. And there's this whole algorithm thing, but basically if they see activity, you'll be getting more sales. So I usually do 5 to 10 a day. Send offers is huge. I have 2 right now, and what you can do is go in there, you'll see the items, what they're listed for, and you can send offers to buyers. They're called watchers. These are people that are interested in the items, and yours specifically. They're looking to buy soon, and whether, if you have something listed for 25, you can offer 20 and add a little note saying you can have it shipped today, you can have it shipped tomorrow, or just something in there to ideally persuade your buyer to buy your item. You should always be sending offers whenever you can, whenever you see that notification. It can trigger sales, sometimes it does. I have triggered sales for items that have been in there for a long time, and I'm always happy to make a great deal with a buyer. Promote your listing, that's a part of the listing process, and I'll probably go through that when I do that future video about how to list an item. So we'll skip that for now. This is where you see your drafts. These are your listings that you are leaving for to complete at a later time. These are incomplete, and I'll be going in there. Once again, you'll be seeing that in that future video and how you can use this to your advantage to have listings ready to go when you are out and you aren't exactly at your listing station. At the very bottom, this is where your total numbers, you can list just a bunch of different metrics. I can list up to 2,200 items or $120,000 per month. So this is how many items I can list per month. Yours as a beginner will be lower. It might be about 100 or so. But that goes along with plans, which I will be talking about in another video, another breakdown about the different plans you can use on eBay to have more available active listings. So after the selling page, the second page you'll probably be using most is the notification page. And all that is just gonna show your sales of what you have got. I have 0 right now, but if you have 5 sales, it'll be showing up right here. And a lot of times if one buyer bought 2 or 3 items, it will combine them. It'll show that as well. All right, and so finally, as an eBay seller, you're gonna wanna research the items you will be selling to see if you can make a profit. There are multiple different tricks for this, and I'll be going through how to research the items, whether it has a barcode or not. So I'm gonna start with a simple way. We have a Animal Crossing Switch video game, and it has a barcode. I'm gonna focus on the back, right? So if you see there's a little camera near the search for anything on the right of it. You're gonna click that, and it's gonna bring up a little camera. It's gonna scan that barcode, and it's gonna immediately bring you to the different listings for this item. So these are the listed items. This is very important. A lot of people get this confused. They'll look at this item and say, maybe this is not the best. We'll see what they sell for in a second. But they'll look at this item and say, oh, hey, it's listed for $46, or there'll be people that'll just highballing it and have it for like $60 or something. The most important thing is not what they're listed for, but if you follow me, if you see the filter at the top right, you're gonna scroll down to sold. That is the most important thing. You don't wanna see what they're listed for, you wanna see what they're selling for. You click sold items, and these are the actual list. And these are the actual sales that have been sold in the last, I believe, 3 months on the eBay app. The eBay app shows the last 3 months. I think on the web browser, like on a computer, it'll show the last 6 months. And this wasn't the best example for that, but a lot of other like books and antique books or collectible books, people will have something listed for like $50 and it may be worth like $8. Or if someone doesn't know what they're doing, they have a $500 book listed for $12. So that goes for a lot more research. That's a whole nother thing. But as for this is the most important thing. You want to be seeing what you're selling it for, how much you can sell it, how much you can buy it. That's where you're gonna see all of this stuff right here. And that's where you make your judgment, whether you wanna list a little higher for fourth quarter, or this is just how you see your demand for your items. So that's how you use a barcode, but let's say you wanna type it in or something doesn't have a barcode and it's more of a book, an old book, or old DVD or something. You can just simply type it in here. The second example I'm gonna use is a book that I was actually listing earlier, The Tropic of Capricorn by Henry Miller. So I type that in, and again, this is a perfect example. You have first edition for $100, then you have a different, printing for $22. So you see all these different offers, and I was looking for, I'm looking here for this specific one, this green one, 1961, second printing, first edition. I was looking for that specific one. It's listed for 20 bucks. And there was some other listings, but right, so I'm like, okay, $20, there's a listing for it, but what did it sell for? And how many did they sell? So if you look right here, there it is. There's a first edition, first printing, but that exact copy of that book sold for $16, free shipping. And so here's another one with the dust cover, I believe, or maybe with another book for $30, right? So you just kind of base your price off of those solds. I very rarely, unless it's a very unique book, base my prices off of what's listed. And so this is how you're gonna be researching any item you're looking to go source, any item you may have at home. This is how you do it. You refer to what's listed, but you're really looking at what's sold and how much you could probably get for it based off of what the market is. A page that you won't be using as much as these others, but is still important, is the My eBay. And that's where you're going to see your account. From here, you can actually go into your messages and see any messages from eBay, or more importantly, see any messages from buyers that have a question about your item or may want a refund or anything like that. You can access that through the messages. I have 125. And down here, it'll just tell you updates about your account, or like I said, you'll see a message from a buyer. And that's how you access it. And then at the top, you can see whether you sent something or you see the inbox for received messages. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love videos like these because I wish I had them when I was starting out. eBay app is a pretty simple app, but there is some cool tips and tricks, and hopefully you saw some while I was showing you guys. Starting something new is always hard, and I wish there was videos like these to help make that process easier. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have any suggestions about any videos you would like to see, comment down below or DM me at TheBrandonRobles on Instagram. And stay tuned for future videos.